Why don't I get married? Okay, one of you asked that question, and do you have any prospects? Because I want a male version of me, and I don't see a male version of me. And that doesn't mean I'm entitled. So let me tell you what that is. First of all, fitness and strength. I'm 60 and I'm pretty fit and strong, okay? Okay, I'm pretty fit and strong. I'm 5'3" and I'm fit and strong and I'm healthy. And I would want to find someone age appropriate who's fit and strong and healthy. I dress pretty well, not usually for these videos. I have a sense of style, and I want a man with a sense of style. I'm from Germany, where people grew up with manners, and my sons always had a suit to wear, whether we went to church or the symphony. And so I like a man who's kind of cultured and likes to dress properly. Okay, the other thing, male version of me, I'm a happy person and I have wonderful kids, a great ex-husband. I have no drama in my life, and I'm receptive to a relationship. I would want to meet someone who's happy with his life, happy with his kids, great ex-wife, someone who also has kids and was married. I don't want someone who's never been married and has no kids, because he has no common experience with me and he hasn't gone through the growth that it takes, because marriage and parenthood is a growth experience, and I don't want to be with someone who hasn't experienced that. So, and someone who's happy. Happiness emanates from how you walk and your core and your energy and the playfulness. And a lot of guys my age are very stiff and rigid and kind of decrepit looking. I don't see any joy or aliveness in them. And so one thing that I've struggled with, because of the attractiveness and the joy and the aliveness, is feeling any attraction to men my age. It has been a challenge for me, and I'm going to be honest, I'm still struggling with it. I find younger men physically attractive, but not emotionally attractive anymore. And I've been working my way up. Now I find men in their 40s attractive, but I know that they just want to smash, and that's a huge turnoff. Actually, I'm moving more into the 50s now. So I'm doing my own personal development, because if I want to date and marry, I need to find a man age appropriate. Ages 55 to 65 most likely. Another thing about me, I am not your ordinary follow your rules girl. I took the Transcendental Meditation Teacher Training Phase 1 when I was 14, a 3-month in-residence course. I got my bachelor's degree in computer science at a time when women were only 5% of the classes. That meant I took calculus level physics all the way through Calc 5, linear algebra, linear programming, organic chemistry. I'm well versed in investing. I've built a house, and I want a man who's also intelligent, educated, and interesting. I speak German and Farsi as well, so someone who is educated and interesting as well. And I'm a little bit edgy, so I have had some interesting jobs. I've been an escort. I wrote a book. I'm not your average girl who gets up and goes to work and sits in a cubicle and comes home and watches TV and goes to bed. So I like men who are edgy, something different. A man who's taken risks. I work for myself now. I don't want to date some guy who is afraid to take risks and who works for a company where he does his 9 to 5 and comes home and watches TV. And I've met men like that, and they don't excite me, they bore me. Also, I'm a sexual being. I love fucking and I love sex, and I don't need a lot of variety. So I would want a man who rocks my world in bed. I don't want any erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, or guy who can't come in a condom, or who has any sexual issues at all. I've dealt with that before. I don't want to deal with that. Also, I'm very much into personal development, and I'd want to meet a man who's into that. A lot of guys like to drink a lot, or they're into their traveling and their external stuff, and I want someone who is attracted to the internal world as well. So that, and he has to be single. And if you know anyone like that, send him my way. um, it would be nice to meet somebody who's also likes to get up early in the morning and go to bed early, because I think a healthy lifestyle is important and I want someone who values that. I am mostly vegan. I eat some fish. It would be nice to meet someone who also has a similar lifestyle, who likes to be home a lot. I'm a homebody. I don't need to be go, go, go all the time. I don't need a lot of, I'm pretty content. And it would be nice to meet somebody who has some qualities I don't have. So those are the qualities I have that, and a lot of men are lacking. They're physically overweight, they're not happy with their life, they're sexually dysfunctional, they have drama with their kids or their ex-wife, or the good ones are married. And it would be nice to have someone who has some things in common with me. And then also, I have things as a woman that a man doesn't have. I also like men who have some things I don't have. I like a guy. Some guys are really good, interesting to listen to. They have this interesting vocabulary, and they're also funny. And I get so entertained just listening to these men talk. I don't have to do all the talking, believe me. If a man is interesting and funny, I will just laugh and laugh at his jokes, and they love that. So I want a male version of me, but also someone who's got some skills I don't have. And men usually like it when I talk like this, or I talk about my feelings, and they like that. So I think that's probably a mutual exchange. And I don't know any men like this. There are men who pretend to be into their spiritual stuff, but they're all frauds. I've met those guys too. And and then I would want a man who wants to provide and protect, like he wants a relationship based on his security in himself and his desire to give, matched by my desire to receive and open to him. But I don't meet any men like that. Part of it could be I'm not on dating apps, because that's 99% I have to deal with so much riffraff. And the guys who've got stuff going on, they don't need to be on dating apps. They're not on dating apps. My ex-husband met his now wife in real life in a meetup group. He didn't go on any dating apps. My sons aren't on dating apps, and women love my sons because they are whole men, and they probably have all those things I just said. They're good looking, they're attractive, they're healthy, they're relational, they've got stuff going on. My sons are so interesting. They're always learning, building themselves. They're funny, they're interesting. And an older version of them would be really nice. Part of it could be I'm not online, but online isn't where the good guys are. I don't know where the good guys are. I see them at the airport. I might start going to Ruth's Chris for dinner and sitting at the bar to meet other professional men. Like, I work for myself. I would like a guy who has taken the risk and the courage to work for himself. I don't want some guy who's afraid. I don't want guys who are afraid of me, afraid of challenging me, afraid of leaving their job to start a new job. Courage is attractive, and I've had that courage, and I want a man who's had that courage, a male version of me, not a fraidy cat. And I I live in the suburbs. I like the suburbs. It's very peaceful, and I want to live here. I don't. I live in a high density area where there are a lot of young single people running around. And the guys that are the male version of me, who are 55 to 65-year-old divorced men with children who are happy with their lives, fit and healthy, got something going on, are super edgy, they're going to be in high demand. And it would have to be someone who just, like I'm the piece of his puzzle. I'm not some Botox, big breast, blonde fakie. It's going to be someone who is drawn to me exactly how I am. And, I don't know where to find that person or those people. I don't know where they are. But if you guys know where they are, or you have any prospects, that live in San Diego, I don't want to meet some guy. Some of you are like, why don't you go internationally? I don't have to. I'm happy with my life, and a man has to add to my life, not take. So if you know anyone who is like this, who wants to meet someone like me, age 60, 5'3", with three great kids, um, uh, you know, send me an email. And I want his LinkedIn profile or his resume. I want to see that he's real, or his website or something, and introduce me. I am definitely interested in meeting men and dating and developing, emotional intimacy. I'm not looking for a hookup. I'm not available for that. So, yeah, if you have any prospects in San Diego, um, let me know. But yeah, I don't see anyone, and that's why I'm single. And I've been single almost 10 years. Would I get married? Yeah, maybe I would get married if I met the right person who added to my life. But I want to know what you think. I want to know, you who are single, what you're looking for, guys, what you're looking for in a woman that you haven't found. And ladies, what you're looking for in a man that you haven't found. Um, I feel like we should only look for what we already have. And I feel like I'm just looking for things I already have. He doesn't have to be a millionaire. He doesn't need to have six-pack abs. Oh, and my finances are in order. I don't need any saving. I make my own money. I have all my own finances in order. And I expect a man to have more money than me. And the reason is because I devoted 20 years of my life to raising children. And so I was out of the workforce for a long time, and therefore my finances aren't going to be as prosperous as his. And that, I'm fine with that. So he should have more in the realm of money, and I should have more in the realm of spiritual and relational and parenting experiences. And that's where our differences are going to be, like a contribution. I want a man, he needs to love my kids. I would never date a man that didn't adore my kids, or where my kids were like, Mom, we don't like him. He would be gone. My kids would want to see me in a relationship, and my kids would only say that if they saw the man was not kind to me, because they like to see men be nice to me. Yeah, definitely. I don't care what my parents would think. I definitely would care what my kids think. And I would never, ever bring a man into the home that didn't adore my kids like his own. Never. That will never happen. And I would adore his kids like my own. In fact, I would happily even marry a guy in his 40s with kids and play the mommy role or the stepmom role. I would welcome that. I would welcome that. I really, really would. So that's just a little bit about me. Um, that's it. I would love to see a world where there were so many men to choose from to date that I would have multiple options. I have not one. The last time I went on a date was probably 2 or 3 years ago. I would definitely go if I had a good prospect, but the other day I'm going on my LinkedIn and this guy's messaging me, hey, we talked before. Like, I don't know you. That's what they do. I don't want to, it's not. What would a date be? It would be a man saying, I noticed you. I really like you. I would like to get to know you, and take me on an interesting date and actually want to get to know me. Not try to slide a stick into me. Not try to get my attention for free. Not like, I live in Los Angeles. When are you coming to Los Angeles? Taking, needy, weak. There's a lot of that riffraff out there. There's a lot of riffraff of, I call these men lost souls. I like men with honor and courage. I like gentlemen. Men with honor and courage who see their job as providing and protecting, not plundering, not taking, and I'm really disappointed by a lot of what I see in men in terms of their physical appearance, their energy, and how life has worn them down. And I feel sorry for them. And dating is not a pity project or a therapy project or a coaching project. It's a partnership with someone of equal caliber. And I'm not trying to act all entitled. I'm not looking for like a multimillionaire or, you know, he can be an 8 out of 10. He doesn't have to be a 10 out of 10. But I want someone of equal caliber. And I think I'm pretty realistic in what I expect. And if I can't have that, why would I want it at all? Because I don't need to be with someone. I would like to be with someone who is of my equal energy. Because, see, I live in this home. It's very nice and it's very peaceful here. And I don't want to have someone in here who is depressed or grumpy or complaining. You know, like, I don't want a Debbie Downer. And so I look for people's energy, how happy they are with their lives, the internal energy they have. You know, like I have energy in the mornings. I get up, I have good energy, I'm happy, I drink my water, I go to the gym, you know, I maintain a certain lifestyle. And I don't have any drama, thank God. And I don't want a guy with drama or baggage or negative energy or hates his job or his kids are bothering him. And, you know, I'm selfish. The days of a woman just needing a man because they need the finances are gone. You know, people want more out of relationships now. If I were a single mom who had no money, and I would put up with a lot. I might get with the guy who's old and ugly just to take care of my kids for me, or because I was tired of working. I met a woman once years ago in Aspen, and she was tired of working her 9 to 5 hourly job, and she had met this really rich older man that wanted to take care of her and marry her, and she was debating whether to do it because she was so tired of working and having to provide for herself all the time. She was exhausted, but yet she found him physically repulsive. And a lot of women used to get married to guys like that, but those days are gone. And there are also women who love older men that don't mind that they're old and have no energy. They don't mind that, or they find them attractive anyway. And that's something I'm really struggling with, you guys. If I loved men in their 70s, I could be married today. But I don't. I don't. So, thank you for your questions.